fine leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the...
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bro. You will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Redskins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the block.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
9 yards on the play and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Murray. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First down, Cardinals.
Set, cut. 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 26. Check 26. Deuce. Hey. Switch gears.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go. Henry.
Let's set it tall, fellas. Let's set it tall.
Back. Check 3. Check 52.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
Undercut.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check.
We're scoreless after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go.
2nd down, Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Haskins will throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Quick dance. Come. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready? 56 is the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Switch up.
Now a run with Geis. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here I come.
They go play action with Haskins. Going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw, it's Murray. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Murray now on first down. That's complete to Butler. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Mike 9. Watch the slip.
On second and goal. Murray stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Check the hot read. Check 9. Check 9.
They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. And Forbath will put this one through. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 4.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Haskins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That was Patrick Peterson from his cornerback spot whirling in for the sack. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Safety's creeping. He's coming. Double up. Shoot. Slam.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the ground, it's Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Geis alone in the backfield here. Second and goal. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Murray flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a gain of 9.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm scared. 58.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Landon Collins. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Haskins going to try to throw it to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was